Hello fellow YouTubers and paranormalers, welcome to this channel. This is not really a rant video, but it's just an observation really about if anyone knows anything about the paranormal community at the moment and what's been happening in the last few months. This is now middle of August, so you know, if you don't know what's been going on, then good luck. But anyone that's been, you know, subscribed to quite a few well-known paranormalers, let's say, in the field, you know, there's been an awful lot of things going on, and it's been on one hand a bit of an eye-opener, but it's also been really interesting to see how, unfortunately, people are kind of taking sides with what's going on. And I've just, as soon as that all started, I kind of sat back. I don't ever get involved in any of this stuff because I just think if it doesn't affect me personally, why am I bothered? And I'm not bothered. So it's a shame on the one hand that this kind of stuff is happening. On the other hand, I just think that in a way it was a good thing that some of this information has come out about a certain person. People make up their own judgments, that's all I'm going to say. Just make up your own mind. And I made up my own mind quite quickly, and I just washed my hands of all of these people. I mean, everything. Just unsubscribed to their channels, unsubscribed to their forums, Facebook forums, and anyone that I felt was associated that seemed to be really just taking sides on all of this. You know, it's unnecessary, really unnecessary. I think it has really damaged the paranormal community as a whole. I think anyone who's not in the paranormal community who will then come across this information and see all of this, you know, stuff going, will think, what on earth is going on? I mean, it's ridiculous. And I know every genre of pretty much any interest in the world, religious, politics, you know, scientific, you name it, anything that's involved humans in any form of interest of any sort has always had problems with gossip and publicity, bad publicity, you know, and it just goes hand in hand all the time. And I think as humans, to be responsible about the whole thing is to basically just make your own mind up about something. If you want to take sides and start slagging off the opposite side or whatever and supporting, you know, the person you believe in, then that's absolutely fine. Don't involve other people, you know. If that's your decision, you run with it, you go with it, and you know, if you're right or you're wrong, I guess it doesn't really matter. You see how you see fit. You know, it's your own judgment call at the end of the day. But don't involve other people. I think this is where it's all gone horribly wrong, is where it started to become literally an us and them kind of fight. You know, the evidence was presented, and I thought the evidence was presented rather well, and it should have just been left at that. And if people wanted to make a decision to stay with the person where all this information was exposed, then that's their choice. If they chose to come away from that person, you know, that's again their choice. But when now it's turned into a bit of an ongoing slagging match and a finger-pointing exercise, it's kind of gone beyond, I think, its intended purpose. And me personally, I haven't got involved. I'm not getting involved. I don't care about it. Quite frankly, I don't give a crap. These people have obviously got gripes amongst themselves, and you're better off to stay out of it. And you know, I feel personally, you know, this is my view on it all, I'm more interested in you know, the work that these people have done rather than what they are supposed to have done in the past or what they're now doing or whatever. I mean, again, you have to take a judgment call on whether you really want to follow somebody who's had a past that's been fairly questionable. I mean, that was where I came from, and I just thought, my own decision was, I don't really want to be associated with anymore with somebody, you know, with a past like that. And you know, again, kind of intuition comes into play. You think, well, if this person's lied then and is lying now about what happened in the past, then surely they're going to keep lying. And does that mean that everything that you've listened to for the last few years from that particular person is a lie? Or some of it's a lie, you know? So again, I just advise people, make your judgment call, you know, make up your own mind about it, but don't involve other people. You know, it's a bit like politics, really. You can get into some stupid, heated arguments about politics and politicians and, you know, policies and all of those other things. At the end of the day, does it really make any difference? No, it doesn't, because people are just going to stick with what they believe in. Just because I believe in one thing doesn't mean to say that everyone else needs to believe the same thing. I've seen some other fellow YouTubers that I follow and respect saying pretty much the same thing. They're sick and tired of it, and so am I. I mean, I got sick and tired of it in a very short period of time, and now I'm out. I've just washed my hands of the whole thing, and I dare say that the dust will settle on it, and you know, life will carry on as normal. I think reputations have been damaged, as always in these things, which again, you know, is a shame on one hand, but probably not on the other. You know, I foresaw this coming for quite a long time. Actually, it was building up to. I kind of broke away from the said person quite a while ago, actually, because I just didn't really feel right about what was being done, you know, what was being portrayed, and what was being said, and certain things. They just became very questionable about the evidence that was being put forward and the methods, you know. And I just thought, no, I'm not really happy with this anymore. It started off really well, and then, you know, wasn't really very good. So that's my take on it. I'm not really interested in comments about anything, because I just know that there's just going to be a bunch of idiots make stupid comments about it like they do on everyone else's YouTube channel. You know, no one can really be sort of sensible about this whole thing, objective about it. They become so emotionally involved and integrated into it all, and there's heated arguments that are just a waste of time. So anyway, I'm going to end this now. Thank you very much for watching. As I say, this is just my take on the whole thing, what I've done to deal with it, and let's just kind of hope that things will settle down soon, and people can get back to doing things properly again and in a normal fashion. Okay, thank you.